Yes. Good morning, children. The other classes we have completed for third unit, A reading and B reading. Now we have come for the third reading, that is Never Never the Never Never Nest. This is a play. This lesson is a play. Children, do you all know what is known as installment? Yeah, installment here it is. Whenever we want to buy any thing, we want to enjoy that, taking that, buying that thing. For example, let us take a TV, but you don't have so much amount to buy that. So what you will do, you will pay some amount, some down payment. You will do it, and you will get that article to your home, and you will enjoy. And the remaining amount you will be paying by in installments, paying in installments, isn't it? Most of the time, we will see many people will be buying the things in such a way. So here also this lesson is same. The husband and wife, they wanted to enjoy all the things in their house, so they will buy all the things in the installment basis. Never Never Nest. The characters, it is a play. I told you it is a play now. It is going to be performed on the stage. Jack, Jill is wife. Jill is the wife of Jack. Nurse here it is a lady who takes care of a baby. Auntie Jane here it is the auntie of Jack and Jill. Here, scene, it is a play. It is being played on the stage. The launch on the scene on the stage. What is the scene we are seeing? The launch of Jack and Jill's villa at New Hampstead. The essential furniture consists of table on which are writing materials, two chairs. As the curtains rises, the lounge is empty, but Jack and Jill come immediately, followed by Aunt Jane. So here we can see this lounge. Lounge here meaning here it is a sitting room. Lounge here it is a sitting room in a house. Villa, a small house standing in its own garden. Means villa here it is a house which is having a garden. So the house, in that house at New Hampstead, and in that house we can see all the essential things like furniture, writing table, and chairs are there. And when the curtain has raised, then you can see only the sitting room. There, Jack and Jill enters, and followed by Aunt Jill. This Auntie Jane, for the first time, she will come to their house. So here, Jill, she wanted to show her their house, and she will call Auntie, and she will say, and this is the launch. These are the words of whom? Jill. Yes, Auntie Jane. Charming, charming. Such a cozy little room, and such pretty furniture. Charming, charming. Here it is. She feels very happy seeing all this. So what she will do? Such a cozy little room. She will say, cozy. Cozy here meaning here it is comfortable, warm and comfortable room. Warm and comfortable. So she says, Aunt Jane says, very nice room. It is very comfortable, and nice furniture also we are having. Very nice. Happy to see. Jack, modestly. Modestly here it is with the behavior, humble behavior. Here the words are put in the bracket, isn't it? When there is a play, then these words, when you are writing in a script, when we are going to put it in a bracket, that means it is showing about the behavior, or it is showing about the things, whatever we are doing there. So here, modesty, here it is. And he said in a humble way, we like it. What he likes, it's their house he likes. You know, handy place to sit in and listen to the radiogram. He liked that place, which place launch he likes. And he's saying it is a very nice place, comfortable to sit here and listen to the radiogram. Radiogram here it is the radio. In those days they used to they used to listen to the radio. If they are having a radio, it is a very great in those days. So here they are having a radio and she listens. Auntie Jane, oh, have you got a radiogram as well as a car and a piano? So here the Auntie Jane had observed this uh, Jack and Jill are having a car, piano. Besides that, they are having this radiogram also. She says she will be surprised and she will say, oh, you are having radiogram as well as a car and a piano. Jack, why, of course, Auntie Jane, you simply must have a radio set nowadays. Then Jack is saying, what do you think, Aunt Jane? Nowadays it is a common commodity to have this radiogram. In everybody's house there is going to be. what is there to get a surprise? Oh, Jack says, Jill. And it's so nice for me when Jack's away at business. I even make him move it into the kitchen. Move it into the kitchen so that I can listen to it while I cook. Then here Jill says, yes, Aunt Jane, it is very nice to have a radio when Jax goes out at his business work and I'll be alone. That time I'll make this radio to into the kitchen. I'll move it into the kitchen and listen to it while I am cooking. And I enjoy listening to the radio. Who will say that? Jill. Jack. Sit down, Aunt Jane. You must be tired, and we have shown you everything now. Then the Jack will say to Auntie Jane, you have made a journey and you might be very tired. So sit down and you can take some rest and he will show the sofa to be seated. Then that lady will sit. Next, Jill. What do you think of our little nest? Nest here it is a house, a little small house. What they are having, Auntie Jane. Jill asked Auntie Jane, What are you thinking of our little house, Auntie Jane? Come on, see me about our house. Did you like it or not? Auntie Jane, I think it's wonderful, my dears. The furniture, the car, the piano, refrigerator, radio, what is it? It's wonderful, really wonderful. So Aunt Jane was very happy with this and she said, oh, it is very nice, dear children. You're having a car, you're having a furniture, a piano, you're having refrigerator, radio, all these things you are having. Nice, you're enjoying a life and everything is nice, very beautiful. And she said, well, really wonderful. I liked it and everything. She will be happy seeing those Jack and Jill. Then Jack says, and we owe it all to you. Oh, here it is to repay. Oh, here it is a repay. Oh, to pay or repay. Means, what is it here? These things, they have brought it, all these things by Aunt Jane's money. How did they get their Aunt Jane's money? In their marriage, on their wedding day, Jane have given some little amount for them as a present, as a gift to them. With that money, they have brought all these things. So here Jack has said, and we owe it all to you. Means whatever the things we have brought, it have been brought by the money you have given to us. Auntie Jane, yes, Jack, that's what worrying me. Then Auntie Jane will say, yes, Jack, that only is worrying me. You're brought all these things, and you all are saying that these things have been brought by my money, and that only is worrying me. Then here Jack is worrying you, Aunt Jane. Then here Jack asks Aunt Jane, what is that? Why are you worried, Aunt Jane? Just we have said that the things we have brought it by your money, what you have given for us on our wedding day. Then why are you worrying about that? Then that man Jane will say, yes, that check I gave you for your wedding present, it was only 200 pounds, wasn't it? I didn't put 2000 by mistake. Then your Auntie Jane, she will say, yes. On that day I have given a check for you all on your wedding day, the amount. On that it was only 200 pounds. Pounds here it is the England money, as we call it as here rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupees. There it is a pound. Then she said, it was on that day 200 pounds, wasn't it? Here this wasn't it is a question tag. You will be learning about, you have learned about this question tag in the ninth class also. This is giving a confirmation. This gives us a confirmation. And she says, wasn't it? Taking the confirmation from Jack and Jill. I didn't put the 2000 by mistake. So here Aunt Jane is worried because on that day she had given them only 200 pounds. With the 200 pounds, how they are able to buy all these things, radio, refrigerator, car, piano, all this, how they can buy it. So only she's wondering if not, she has wondered that maybe I have given, on the day I have given 200 pounds, I didn't buy I didn't it put 2000 pounds by a mistake. Is it 200 or 2000? She had asked this Jack, or for whom she asked Jack and Jill. Jill. Why no, Aunt Jill? What on earth made you think that? What on earth? What on earth? What on earth? Here it is a shock. It is a shock. What on earth? Here it is a shocking for that. Right? Shocking. It is a shocking. Why no? Why no, Aunt Jane? What on earth made you think that? Means why are you shocking? What it is that you made a surprise for you? Then Aunt Jane, well, here, believe, well, that's all right. But I still don't altogether understand this house. It's very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for a rent? Then Aunt Jane will say, oh, well, on that day I have given you all 200 itself. But what is, how is that you were able to buy this, all these things? Refrigerator, you all have brought, car, piano, all these things I have brought, you all have brought it. Then for that sake, I am surprised how it is able for you all to manage to buy these all these things. Then Aunt Jane, well, that's all right, but I still don't altogether understand this house. It's very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for rent? Then she says that one more thing, it is making me a doubt for me. I don't understand. This house is very lovely, very nice house it is, and I think for this house you all might be paying a very lot of rent, a more rent. You might be paying more rent for this house. I am doubt about this, and I am not understanding how much you all are earning. Then Jack, rent? Oh no, we don't pay rent. Then what did this lady say? What did this man say? Jack have said, Aunt Jane, we don't pay rent. Then Aunt will be surprised, isn't it, if they are not paying the rent? How can they live in the house without paying the rent? So here Aunt Jane will say, but Jack, if you don't pay rent, you will get turned out into the street, and that would never do. You have Jill and the baby or baby to think of now, you know. So here Aunt Jane will say, how it is possible, Jack, if you are not going to pay the rent? See, you are married, you are having a baby also, you are having a wife. If you are not going to pay the rent, who is going to allow you to live in this house? They are going to send you out into the street, turn out you into the street. Here it is, they will throw you out into the street. How it is possible if you are not going to pay the rent? How could you stay in this house? Jack, no, no, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We don't pay rent because the house is ours. Then the Jack will say, Aunt Jane, you have misunderstood us. We don't pay the rent for this. This house belongs to us. Us here, it is our own house. Now Aunt Jane will be more surprised, isn't it? Because they are they are having the car, piano, radio grand, and they have been married very recently. And how it is possible for them to manage this to buy this all the things? So here Aunt Jane was very much shocked about that, how it is possible to buy or to have all these things, and moreover they're having a baby or two. And Jack, no, no, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We don't pay rent because the house is ours. The Jack has said that house belongs to us. Aunt Jane, yours. Could you see the children? The yours, other all the words are in small letters, and yours it became in capital letters. Can you all say me what why it has written in a capital letters? Means she was surprised, shocking, her eyes widened, listening to what they have said. That house belongs to them. They have said that we don't pay rent. The house belongs to us. That made shock to this auntie. For that sake, here it had been written in yours have been written in capital letters. That is a shocking. Their eyes have been widened. See, children, this is a play, isn't it? This is a play. When you are writing the play, the script, if you are going to write in this way only, then it will be a very impressive writing, so that the people will understand what is the situation there, because you are reading it, you are not seeing. When you are reading, the people will understand how it is. Means it is going to be in such a way, it's easy to understand. Understood? Then Jill, why? Yes, you just pay £10 and it is yours. Who said? Jill. Jill said, why are you surprised, Aunt Jane? Yes, this house belongs to us. And you have to pay only £10 and it is yours. If you are going to pay 10 pounds, the house belongs to us. So why are you surprised, Auntie Jane? Why are you shocked? We are going just paying only 10 pounds. That means what it is? They have bought this house in a installment. For that they are paying only 10 pounds monthly. Jack, you see, Auntie Jane, who is saying now? Jack is speaking to Auntie Jane. You see, Auntie Jane, we realized how uneconomic it is to go on paying rent, go on paying rent year after year when you can buy and enjoy, pay and enjoy buy and enjoy a home of your own for 10 pounds and a few quarterly payments. Of course, why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner? Then here Jack said, and don't be shocked. We thought that how uneconomic here it is waste of money. Uneconomic here it is waste of money. Why they have thought it is a waste of money? Uneconomic here it is and is waste. Why did they think it is a waste of money paying the rent? They thought that every month we are paying the rent. Instead of paying the rent, they wanted to pay that to the installment as an installment. They have thought in such a way. So it is to go on paying rent year after year. Like this, how many years we have to pay the rent? For that purpose, we have understood that instead of paying that rent, why can't we pay that money as an installment so that we can buy and enjoy a home of our own only for 10 pounds. So every month how much they are paying? Every month they are paying only 10 pounds and a few quarterly payments. They are not paying only for month, they are paying for the quarterly, it seems. Sorry, it is not for monthly, it is for quarterly. They are paying 10 pounds. Of course, why be Mr. Tenant? Tenant here it is when we are hiring a room, when we live in a house paying the rent, that person is known as a tenant. So he said, why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner? Then here Jack says, why aren't we have thought that when we are able to pay this amount as a rent, why we have to pay it as a rent? Instead of that, we wanted to pay it as a to the owner to the uh, to as an installment so that we can say that a house belongs to us. Instead of being as a owner, we can say that instead of being as a tenant, we can say that we are the owner of this house. Then Auntie Jane, I see. Yes, there's something in that. Even so, you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Then Auntie Jenny, she said, oh, is it right? Okay then. Then she said, I see. Yes, there's something in that. Even so, you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Getting on very well here it is. What is this way? Getting on very well? That means she said that I think you all might be owning a lot of money. You all might be earning a lot of money. For that sake, you all are able to pay these all the things. It's very nice, children. I think you all are doing very well. Jill. Oh, yes, Aunt Jane. Why? Only last year he had 5 shillings. Rice, didn't you, Jack? Then what is that? Jill has said to Auntie Jane. Auntie Jane, last year, yes, there's something in that. Something is there. Even so, you must be getting on very well. Sorry. Oh, he is, Aunt Jane. Why only last year he had a 5 shillings. Shillings here it is some change. Some change. Didn't you, Jack? Change here it is that also belongs to this England money itself, some amount it is. So she's saying last year he had a 5 shillings and Jack modestly again with a humble behavior he said, of course that was nothing, really I am expecting 10 this Christmas. Means increment is last year he had 5 shillings it seems, and now this year he's expecting for 10 shillings this Christmas. Maybe they are going to uh, give the heights, give this amount and then increments. Maybe these increments are going to be given at the time of Christmas, I think. So only he's saying that last year I had 5 shillings and this year I am expecting a 10. Then Aunt J suddenly, Jack, I have just thought of something. That car, is it yours? Then Aunt Jane has said suddenly, ask the children, ask them, Jack and Jill. Yes, you all are saying all these things belongs to you. Then just say me one thing, she said. I have just thought of something. She got some idea in her mind. And she's asking, that car, is it yours? Then she asked, that car, does it belongs to you? Then Jill says, of course, it is ours. So your Aunt Jane is shocked. They are having a car, they are having a house, they are having a radio, refrigerator, everything they are having. And your aunt was shocked and she asked her, does that car belongs to you? Then Jill said, of course, it is ours. Aunt Jane, all yours. She asked, all the things which are there in this house, does it belongs to you all? And then this Jack said, all yours. Then this Jack said, well, no, not exactly all. Then what did he say? Not exactly all. Just now, what did he say? These all things belongs to us. But here again he's saying, not all does not belongs exactly to us. Means here, the things he had brought it in the installment, until he clears the installment, he cannot say that thing belongs to him. Isn't it? For that sake, what did he say? Not exactly all. Not all, exactly on. Auntie, how much of it? Jill, oh, I should say the steering wheel and one of the tires and about two of the cylinders. But don't you see? That's the wonderful thing about it. Then Jill said, Aunt, then Jack said, it is not completely ours. Means only half a little bit amount they have paid. So the car only little bit belongs to us. Means really they are going to give only one steering wheel or two cylinders like that. They are going to complete car they will give. But until we pay the amount to that owner, until we pay clear that amount, we cannot say that car belongs to us. So for that fund, what did he say? Oh, I should say the steering wheel, one tire, and about two of the cylinders. But don't you see that that's the wonderful thing about it. Then he said only some part of the car belongs to us. Yes, Aunt Jane. I don't see anything wonderful about it. Jill said it is very wonderful to have all these things in our house, even though we are not paid complete amount also. All the things belongs to us. It is wonderful in that and in enjoying that. Then Aunt Jane says, I doesn't feel any wonderful about this. Yes, children. Yes. I hope you have understood and thank you for listening to this lesson. And next lesson we will meet it. Next class we will meet it, not lesson. Lesson half of the lesson have been completed. And in the next class we will see you. Bye.